And it's great, sir, for Cam Vets meeting at Army football practice. Black Knight's getting set for their scrimmage on Saturday, and I get the pleasure of talking with Mike Vitti, who is offensive line coach, also an associate head coach of the team, and an extraordinary veteran, graduate of the academy. Mike, good to see you. How's the summer preseason going for you?
Ken, great to see you. It's going excellent. Favorite time of the year, I think collectively as a team, staff, players. Just a great time to get ready for the season and focus on our craft and prepare ourselves for the entirety of the 2025 year.
Well, your team, led by the offensive line, was a leading offensive rushing team in the country last year. You won the Joe Moore Award. There's a beautiful statue in the weight room for that recognition. How do you build on? What did it take to get the program to that level that you achieved last year?
Credit to all the pieces. It starts with, I think, the unsung heroes of our team, the wide receivers. Those guys playing a big part of being a part of the front, the tight ends, and certainly the slots and the skill guys, and then the backs getting the yards. Those guys work so cohesively and understand that's how we play football here, by running the ball. So it's all those pieces first and foremost when you talk about up front, and then our strength and conditioning staff does an unreal job. And then we have a scheme that our kids believe in, simple for us and complicated at moments for our opponents. And then just training the fundamentals, ruthless dedication and commitment to fundamentals, looks, being able to do the same thing over and over and over in any environment. And I think that's where it starts. It's a comprehensive offensive line and just a staple of our program.
That's well said. You've got two players coming back. Brady Small at center, Paolo Generali at right guard. Tell us about what they bring to your offensive line.
Experience, knowledge, understanding what preparation looks like, execution looks like, film study looks like, mentorship looks like. They understand the preparation phase, and that's really where we're at. And then I would add into that same group, and really the triad of those leaders is Will Jeffcoat. Will Jeffcoat's played a lot of football. Will Jeffcoat, rotated in practically every game last year. Will Jeffcoat, along with Brady Small and Paolo Generelli, those are our guys who lead, teach, coach, mentor. They understand the developmental model here, and they've taken quite a lead of being pace setters and guys that we can lean on as a staff, and instrumental on how we get ready for a season.
And tell us about a couple of newcomers that joined the offensive line. You've got depth in the program, which really must help you.
Yeah, some guys that might maybe not be names that everybody recognizes early on, but Henry Appleton. Henry's been training, he's prepared, Henry's been a part of our program for 3 years. Extremely intelligent young man, violent, very fundamental. He'll be starting at left tackle right now. And then Teddy Williams did a lot of training last year with us, played in a lot of games, really as that tight end spot, but with our tackles, they play in that tight end role a lot, so we saw a lot of things there. So excited about Teddy joining the ranks, and then some other guys backing up at tackle. You got Josh Manicky, who we're really excited about, Xavier Archowski, Tyler Lee, and then Ned Brady coming back as a senior coming up, and then some guys in the guard box to be really familiar with are Kyle Kloska, who's our backup center as well. Extremely excited about Lane Parks, and then absolutely Braden Bartosh. So those are guys who are in the mix, some names that are younger or maybe a little bit less known, who will be playing instrumental roles for depth and rotating in.
Hey, Mike, I want to go back to your extraordinary service in the U.S. Army and what you did after. Tell us a little bit about your service in the U.S. Army.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to serve, soldiers, their families, the American public, in a variety of capacities. I was fortunate enough to be in the 4th Infantry Division most of my military career. Probably the highlight of that was being a platoon leader. Rifle platoon leader in Afghanistan from 2010 and 11. So, just an extraordinary time in your life to serve, and everything that you learn here at West Point, the tactics, the leadership, the discipline, all the soft skills materialize in real time. So just an honor to be associated with heroes and people who I look to this day for advice and counsel, and just a fraternity I'll forever be grateful to be a part of, and really a highlight of my life.
And Mike, you did something really extraordinary. We don't want the audience to forget. It's about 10 years ago now. but when you left the military and saw the challenges faced by your fellow veterans, you walked across the country tell us about that. From the West Coast to the East Coast, you finished at the Army-Navy game that year, and you brought national attention to the needs of veterans. Tell us about that.
Yeah, in 2014, I set off on a project to honor our fallen heroes of the global war on terror, and specifically to put focus to America's Gold Star families. America's Gold Star families really are our heroes as veterans. Losing a service member is very challenging, and I think as veterans serving with our brothers and sisters, we would want our families to be taken care of. So the mission was to certainly honor the legacies of our shared heroes, but bring scope to America's Gold Star families and unite them and connect them. So I was fortunate to do that in 2014 from the West Coast across America's southern states into the East Coast, and then finish at the Army-Navy game. And just a way to always put service first, and unite and connect a group of people who I look to this day as heroes, and really a moral compass and a North Star for what's right in our military and how to honor and remember.
Absolutely. You're one of my heroes for everything that you've done. And tell us, you have a couple of organizations that you work with and support that support veterans. So maybe you could mention those.
Yeah, American Legion's unreal. The American Legion is obviously a great place for veterans to stay connected, to serve. You look at just the variety of nonprofits that have popped up. America's Almighty Warriors with Gold Star Moms. You look at the Quiet Professional, or the Unquiet Professional, and just numerous organizations through the years. Wear Blue, Run to Remember has been an organization we've been really close with, but really scoped towards most of the organizations that I find and gravitate towards our Gold Star family organizations, where we have a connected mission. Windy 2.5 has been one through the years that we're very connected with, but honored to, that world is extremely humbling to be a part of, and something we like to stay active with.
Hey, just a thought on what did you take from your Army, your West Point experience, your Army experience that really helps you as a football coach now?
Yeah, skill acquisition, learning fast and learning how to apply it fast, understanding the technical needs of football. You learn, step actions in the military that I think acquiring knowledge and putting it into action. Leadership, coaching is leading. Certainly peer leadership amongst the staff, but understanding the emotional ends of what you may experience in conflict, but certainly out here on the football fields, leading up, managing resources, certainly, and being mission focused. The details, a ruthless commitment to the details that are required. And the seriousness, football's serious business. Winning matters, but it pales in comparison to the seriousness of conflict, and where we find ourselves as service members. So all those are useful soft skills and some technical skills that I think are parallels to coaching. And then finally, I think it's uniting people, right? It's understanding at the right moment, the right time, the right place, the right aperture, and the right formula that calls for success or winning.
Hey, just have a couple of seconds left. 12-2 last year, award-winning offensive line. What does it take to build off of last season and have success this year?
What it takes is not looking back, looking out the windshield, and understanding that last year we're focused on this season. We're focused on 2 more weeks of camp. We're focused on tonight. I'm focused on this afternoon to watch this film. But it's the next 10 seconds, right? It's the next minute. That's what it's going to take. Not getting too far in front of yourselves. Understanding, in the off season, having a plan for the season, but then it's worrying about the next 10 seconds and having a plan and being there for other people. That's what it's going to take.
Mike Vitti, Associate Head Coach of the Army Black Knights, Offensive Line Coach. Thank you for your service to our country. Great to chat again, as always.
Honored to see you, man.
Good to see you. It's Ken Kreitzer for Cam Vets Media.